Dear friends, today was an important day. Today there was a launch of UPI AutoPay. It's an interesting event. The world has set an eye for the launch of UPI, that is Unified Payment Interface, AutoPay. Unified Payment Interface has already come into different avatars. And if you look into the genesis, it started with interbank mobile payment services. So it was when the NPCI was formed, NPCI came, that is National Payments Corporation of India, came with different types of products. National Payments Corporation of India started with ATM switch. So ATM switch was taken over from IDRBT and it was then managed by National Payments Corporation of India. National Payments Corporation of India is an umbrella organization and the mandate is to increase the electronic payments. Why increase electronic payments? Because there are studies which indicate that increase in the electronic or digital payments results in a saving in the economy. And as such, the payment and settlement system or the payment and settlement plays a very important role in the country's economy. So ATM switch, which was taken over by National Payments Corporation of India, and once this switch was operated by National Payments Corporation of India, that is NPCI, all the banks joined together and they also participated. And as a result of enhanced participation, there was a very good coverage in terms of the banks. So 95 initially it started, 90, then 95%, then now all the banks. Then NPCI came out with the RuPay card. So the argument was, for example, if you go from one place to another, which airline will you take? I'm sure you will prefer a domestic airline if you want to travel from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, right? So similarly, on the same line, which payment system is more, more, that is what the people will look for. So that can be the domestic payment network. So that is how the RuPay card. So RuPay card, it came into the debit card, and before RuPay card, there was the penetration of the debit card was not up to the expectations. So launch of RuPay card has led to a substantial increase in the debit card. But not only having a debit card is not enough, it has to be used. If you use only at debit card at ATM, that may not be helpful. Debit card, as you are aware, it can also be used at point of sales terminal, that is POS terminal. So better you use a debit card at point of sales terminal, you are also able to reduce the cost of operation. On the other hand, if you use a debit card, that is for withdrawing money from ATM and then you use that cash, so there is a cost associated with the cash. And I am pleased to inform that we have undertaken, that I was also part of the team to undertake a study on the name, the title of the study was Cost of Cash. And we predicted at that period of time, it is around 3 or 4 years back minimum. And this was based on people using ATM, because ATM has to be managed. So ATM is nothing but it is it is basically providing the cash services, because majority of the ATM transactions are related to the cash, right? And then National Payments Corporation of India also came with a product known as Interbank Mobile Payment Services. So it was basically it was basically to transfer money, inter-mobile payment services, immediate payment services. So it was, the model was P2P, then P2M, that is person to merchant, merchant to person. So a lot of kind of scenarios which were also brought into the immediate payment services. And then immediate payment services gave a birth to unified payment interface. So unified payment interface, it enabled, there was an issue with the that is immediate payment services, that you need to have an account number, you need to have IFSC code, but unified payment interface, it do away with all that. You just have a unique number which can be mapped with your, just like with your mobile number, and then it is very easy for you to send. At the same time, you can also receive a money, so you can also demand money using an unified payment interface. So that has really worked well. And there was another development which was also happening, and that development was regarding the authentication system which the country developed. So that is the brainchild of this authentication system is Mr. Nandan Nilekani. So Mr. Nandan Nilekani here has developed authentication system, and it is also known by the term that is UIDAI, right? So it is nothing but it is a biometric authentication system. So as a citizen of a country, everybody is required to have an authentication system. Now when this system got developed, then NPCI worked with UIDAI, and that led to development of Aadhaar enabled payment service and Aadhaar payment bridge. And all these services has resulted in lot of kind of advantages. For example, if a person who is only having an Aadhaar number and his number is linked with his bank, then directly government can transfer the money into his account, into his or her account. That's a great advantage. And even if a person wants to withdraw money from a Aadhaar based, a kind of a biometric ATM, then he just needs to have a Aadhaar number, and he has to undertake a biometric authentication. On the basis, if the authentication is successful, he can withdraw or he can deposit money as well. So there are a lot of kind of use cases, and these cases, as we told, that payment system has to be affordable, and specifically for this kind of a population, it plays a very important role. And as we are all aware that during the COVID crisis, right? So during the COVID crisis, a lot of migrant laborers has moved from one state to another state, and when you move and there's a massive movement which has happened, so in that case, Aadhaar enabled payment service and Aadhaar payment bridge has helped in a great manner, right? So we talked about, so for this kind of population also you need a kind of a payment systems. And then there was another kind of a product, that is USSD. So there is a USSD kind of a product which goes with, you just have to use your mobile number. Even if your mobile is not a smartphone enabled, you just dial your *99# and you can conduct the banking transactions. So that is also kind of a very good product. NPCI could bring all the banks together, and bringing all these banks together resulted in offering this kind of a digital payment system, digital payment products. And we can monitor these digital payment systems in terms of digital payments, what is the digital payments to the GDP. So there is the goal or the objective which is set by Reserve Bank of India. Now there is a new product which is UPI AutoPay. It's a great product. It's going to be of great use for the recurring payments. So if you do a recurring payment, for example LIC, so you just have to give a mandate and then you need to authorize, and that payment can be a monthly payment, that can be a weekly payment. For example, there can be a use case where customer is subscribing to OTT, right? So over the top, that is Netflix and all, Amazon Prime and all that, right? And in case customer wants to pay a kind of a recurring payment, then UPI AutoPay can be of great use. HDFC Bank has announced today its partnership with Policybazaar. So with the help of Policybazaar, customer can select, and then insurance can also be, also be bought using an UPI AutoPay. Today Razorpay also came in, in terms of the certain rental furniture that the customer uses, and for which the UPI autopay can also be very useful. So there are a lot of kind of use cases in terms of the usage and of UPI autopay. In the past as well, we find that NPCI has also developed a contactless payment, at the tolls. So specifically the product is FASTag. So that is also doing, this product also has a very overwhelming response. So I'm sure if you are interested, that is in the innovations in payment systems, I'm sure you are following, this kind of developments in the payment systems.